than it's ever been.
All right, we should be live. Go ahead and hit the retweet. There it is.
Boom.
Hey.
You could probably leave the quarantine live title card up for a while. I think we'll be in quarantine live for a bit.
Our face?
I'm just saying you won't have to take the quarantine live part off of it for a while.
Oh, it's going to be quarantine. Yeah, that's true. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the DNBA live show presented by Illegal Pete's.
Let's go. Home of the Stir.
Home of the Stir. But look at the new digs. We got a new
whatever.
No, nothing. Nobody I thought there'd be at least a golf clap or like a mild approval.
I'll give it a golf clap. I like it. I dig it, Adam.
Thank you very much.
Did you buy those bookshelves for this?
Those are my actual shoes.
Oh.
And two of my actual shirts. So
wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Who's in the photo? Is that a photo of you?
Hey, we got Dev in the chat.
That's the Kenny Matumbo, and then also it's.
Are you talking about over here? Oh God, over here.
Yeah, over there.
Portland.
Did you not hear the story of this? So it's so weird being on a mirror. So the story
the wrong way.
The story was that this was the Christmas Day game.
Oh, I remember that.
And somebody
could have been
on my car.
I remember that.
That's like a $50 thing, but somebody just like bought it and laid it on my car. I don't know whether on purpose or an accident, but it's I think it's pretty dope.
It's just a very gracious and shy fan of the podcast.
Also, what a game to remember. That's like a game to remember forever.
Zion didn't even play. Zion's on it, and he wasn't even in the game. But,
anyway,
guys, we have a really special guest today. I'm, of course, Adam Mattes. I'm joined by D-Line Co. Eric Weedham.
Yes.
Hello.
Brendan Vogt here in the bottom right.
What's up, gang?
Harrison Wind.
All right, and he's gone.
Get out of here, Harrison. And then we are going to be bringing in a very special guest today, our friend from NOLA.com, covering the New Orleans Pelicans. It's Christian Clark. Christian, what's going on?
What's up, you air horn sounding dudes?
What's up, man?
It's good to see you, man. It's been quite a while.
I miss Christian.
Yeah, man. I've been here almost half a year now.
Has it already been half a year?
Yeah.
Do you miss us at all, or not even a little bit?
Yeah,
I do miss Denver. I miss like having a group of friends. Like I could hit up somebody any night and just be like, "Hey, you want to go get a beer?" And somebody would be like, "Yeah, let's go get a beer."
Are you not on that level with Zion yet?
We're getting there, but not quite there. Yeah.
It's like, yo, Zion, let's go get some beignets.
First of all, he's like 2 years away from being able to have a beer, so
That's true. It's crazy.
He's a child. He really is just a kid still, just a wee lad. We are going to be doing a lot of stuff today comparing the Pelicans and the Nuggets. I think it's always fun. Christian was here in Denver basically at the start of this Nuggets rebuild, and now he is over watching the Pelicans rebuild, so that gives a nice perspective of like what each side sort of looks like. And later on, we're going to be playing some game. The Price is Right, brand new game.
Can't wait for it.
Never heard of it.
New game. You never know how that's going to go. And then as we do at the end of every show, we're going to be bringing on guests to participate both in some games and also in the ultimate game, The Steps, where you can win a lifetime subscription to DNVR. But first, Christian, so I'm curious. My first question is, compare and contrast the city of Denver and the city of New Orleans. First of all, which one do you like better? Right on the hot seat off the start.
I always hate like which one do you like better question. I don't know. I mean,
that's what you got.
That obviously means the answer is New Orleans, just so you know.
Okay. I mean, they're just so different, and I appreciate the differences about them. Like Denver, everyone like wants to stay fit, and it's a great place to exercise outside. Like I rode my bike everywhere. New Orleans is like, all right, man, let's just go eat bomb food and we'll go out to Frenchman. And the next time you look at your watch, it's going to be 5 a.m. And it's like, oh, I should probably go home now. Like, it's just lawless here. You can literally do whatever you want. It's like, the way to describe it to people, it's like, I'm not a huge video games guy, but a Grand Theft Auto, like when you get up to like 2 stars, like New Orleans is always at like 2 stars, man. It's just lawless.
For everyone else, I guess. New Orleans, not lawless, by the way. I can tell you
Oh yeah, Adam knows for a fact.
Not lawless. I have fought the law and I lost in New Orleans, so I can personally attest that is not.
Adam went to jail. Make sure you spread that.
You guys know about neutral ground here?
No.
So like the medians, they have like big grass medians on most of the streets, and they're there because you park your car there in case there's flooding. But like people can go to the bars on a Friday night and they just park on the median. Like they just roll up on like the grass in the middle part of the road.
Well, that's really crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
You can't do that.
That is very Grand Theft Auto-y.
Yeah, now I get the reference.
Yeah.
Are you going out like in the French Quarter, or is that not a thing that locals do? You go out. Is there another spot?
If you're a local, you don't really go out in the French Quarter. I guess a lot of them go out in the Garden District. I don't know. I go out on Frenchman Street, which is kind of by the French Quarter, but it's not quite as touristy, and like there's not as big of a chance that somebody like throws up on your shoe or something. So,
Just like
it's still pretty wild.
5% chance, yeah.
Would you say that Denver or New Orleans is more your speed personally? Because they run at very different speeds.
I don't know. I mean, I just didn't exercise at all for like the first 5 months that I lived there. That was like kind of tough, but also it's great when you get done with the game at like midnight and you can just go eat some bomb food and like stay out till 3 if you want to.
Yeah. It sounds like you love New Orleans, dude.
Yeah, that's what
It's good, man.
Also, when you walk out of a game at midnight and it's just probably like 50 degrees and it's not 20 degrees and you have to go to your car and scrape off your windshield, that's got to be a great feeling as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's snowing there right now, right? In Denver?
No, I'm telling you, this is the exact moment where
yesterday,
Denver becomes better than all these warm weather cities, because Denver is like nothing but perfect weather for the next 6 months.
But yes, it's
They're still on the ground
But
right
yesterday
now?
it sucked. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably going to pay for it in like July, August, and September here, but the weather has mostly been fantastic the past few months.
I'm excited for
My favorite part is that your description of New Orleans has nothing to do with the Smoothie King. Like, if I were to think of the sponsor to sponsor the story that you're telling, it would not be Smoothies or the Smoothie King, but that's the sponsor of the stadium that where the Pelicans play. It seems like it could be the I don't know, the alcohol center, the beignet zone, like
the
Smoothie King,
the beignet bowl,
the beignet bowl, the Smoothie King. What the F?
I mean, I don't really know, but I guess why it's such an obscure sponsor is because there's just not like a lot of huge businesses with roots here. Like this is kind of a smaller city, you know. It's like it's mostly a hotels and restaurants industry. Our city.
Yeah. Is it pretty dead? I guess nobody's going outside now. I don't even know why I ask questions. Like, if anybody asks me what's going on in Denver right now, I'd be like, I don't know.
It is dead during a pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. They're staying inside. Yeah.
It is so true. We are on 4 weeks now of this lockdown. Like, and here's the point I was going to bring up about the weather though, because Denver has like sucked the last 3 days. It's been freezing cold. Like somehow it dropped to like 20 degrees and snowed on us. Quarantine when you can't even go outside. It's somehow like 10 times worse. They can't even go out on a balcony or a deck or a patio or anything. These last 3 days, Eric and I were joking. Well, I guess we weren't really joking. The entire DNVR company just went into the shitter the last like 24 hours. Everybody was so grouchy.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Is it hilarious how we're all losing our minds after the world is ending? It's awesome.
Yeah, yesterday I was annoyed by absolutely everything. Everyone I ever knew, like any comment I saw, I was like, oh, all right, okay.
All right. Well, we are here to talk about basketball at least a little bit. It's interesting because the Pelicans are in a lot of ways just, like the restart Denver Nuggets. They're 3 years behind them. And they both are featured around a big man. First of all, tell me, what has your first year covering Zion been like, and what can you tell us about him just that maybe we don't get from seeing little clips of him?
It's been really fun. It's only been 19 games. I wish I got to see like the final 18. I feel like I just got a little taste, but I mean, he exceeded the expectations, and I think even went over him. Like, this dude is the real freaking deal. He's unbelievable, man. Like, a couple of the oops that he finished this year, like they would throw him too high, and like they would go off the backboard, and he would still catch them in the air and dunk them. Like, you can just throw it in like a 10-foot radius, and he's able to finish them. I mean, he's freaking awesome, man. I think that there's like there is a genuineness about him. I think he really is a good guy. He's well liked by teammates. You guys probably saw the thing where he stepped up like 2 days after everything got shut down, and he said, "I'm going to donate to help out the hourly workers at Smoothie King Center." I heard that he went to his agent and arranged that. But I think too is like he's kind of a practical joker, man. He like kind of busts balls a little bit. I remember I asked him about Brandon Ingram before he came back, and he said, "Oh, you mean fun guy?" Like he was like comparing Brandon Ingram to Kawhi a little bit.
Why might see that?
Favorite things, Christian, about going and seeing these dudes in person is just, you do that compare and contrast what you see on TV versus what stands out even more or less. What's that like with Zion? I mean, is that second jump even more incredible in person?
I mean, I just laugh. Like every single game I watch him, I'm just like cracking up in my seat. Like, how is this dude who's like built like a killer whale, like jumping higher than everybody? It's crazy.
Paul Bunyan.
It shouldn't exist. It really
Follow-up
shouldn't.
question: why can't I jump like that? I'm built like a killer whale.
Has Zion like ever said a curse word before? The guy seems like he's just the perfect angel.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think he actually like when he's on the court, he talks a little bit of trash. Like those some of those Lakers games, like they didn't get heated, but like I think there was like a little trash talk going on. I think Zion's kind of like Giannis. Like when he's on the court, he's like, I'm not friends with anybody who's not on my team,
Yeah.
I think he's got some of that, or like he's like cool with everybody off the court, but he's like not going out of his way to be their best friend.
How would you compare the New Orleans crowd to the Denver Nuggets crowd of 2 years ago? Because the crowds in Denver have been good last like year and a half.
It's pretty similar, really. I mean, it's for like the big games, they've come out and been really loud. I mean, one of the best crowds I've ever seen was Anthony Davis's return game. He got booed every single time he touched the ball, like throughout the entire game. It was just great hating, man. It was just good, clean, fun hating. The crowds can be like kind of sparse on like Tuesday, Wednesday night or whatever. So room for improvement, but it got a lot better.
Is Anthony Davis just like the villain there now? Is that going to be like that forever?
It's like, I don't think so, because like the Pelicans got dumped by like a pretty hot girl, but then they immediately started dating a hotter girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Like if they would have gotten RJ Barrett out of this whole thing, it would have been a little different.
Yeah, I think like there would have been a lot more hate then.
Yeah.
I think we should only talk in dating metaphors for the rest of the show.
I usually just get dumped and then I'm alone. It's not like, and then a hotter girl falls in my lap.
Yeah. It's been like years long rough patches for me after the two major breakups in my life. So I didn't have like a Zion like rebound.
You had like a Knicks level, just like total.
You just like sign a bunch of power forwards and just kind of.
Yeah, Taj Gibson, screw it. I've got money. I don't
Your
know.
parents are like, sell the team.
Julius Randle, he's got a couple of tributes.
Ooh, I like that question.
Yeah, here's a good question. Does New Orleans get swamped with away team fans for the bandwagon franchises like Denver does? So are Lakers fans filling up Smoothie King?
Yes, to a degree, but not as much, because New Orleans just isn't as much as a transplant city. I mean, like Denver, everybody wants to live there right now. And like New Orleans is a lot of like people who have been born and raised in Louisiana.
Well, you're a little lucky there. I love this comment though that we just got. Not gonna lie, I'm on a Knicks rebound right now.
I think we've all been there. We've all been there, man. We've all been there,
man. We've all been there.
Hopefully, she doesn't watch the DNBA show live. Quarantine edition.
I've lived a charmed Lakers exceptionalist dating life, so I'm not. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Well, if you're on a Knicks rebound, you can probably always talk yourself into having like max cap space the next
yeah.
Like
You're like, I'm gonna make sure I'm single for the summer, and then I'm gonna find.
You always want max cap space in the summer.
No, I'm just dating this girl to hold that max contract spot.
I'm on a Spurs run right now. Same squad.
Yeah, I'm on like a
winning championships.
Getting ready to change it up, to be honest, but it's been
Wow.
So Child Usi or Chill Deucey, whichever one you prefer, is asking, are you a hurricane or a hand grenade guy?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I love that he put, has this been asked yet?
Not really either, because you can't be drinking like those sugary drinks if you like live here, but like the times I visited New Orleans, I was more of a hurricane guy. My parents love Pat O'Brien's.
Okay.
My parents are like part of those people who like moved to Dallas Fort Worth in the 80s, and then like every weekend they got for their kids, they're going to New Orleans to party. So
Is that a thing? People moving to Dallas in the 80s?
I don't know.
Okay.
They went to New
Dallas was
Orleans
a
to
big
party.
deal
on
here.
It was the oil rush of the 1980s.
He's the Pelicans beat writer. He's not like
Don't
an
you remember
anthropologist.
Who Shot JR? It was like Dallas was like was like a big deal.
There's that show, Dallas. You know?
Yeah, Who Shot JR?
My parents were hyped that I moved to New Orleans, man, because they're like, oh,
The
this is gonna give us
Cowboys were
so many
good.
excuses.
Harrison's on fire. By the way, I should make note. I'm drinking the Mountain Beach. I don't know if you can see it. The brand new beer from Rex.
Oh.
Have you guys had it?
I have
No.
not. How is it?
I've not.
It's
left
really
my
good.
home.
Well, it's really good. It's very fruity, but so it's like for me, I can drink like 6 of them. They're very.
More
It's very
fruity,
much a summer beer.
more
It's a-
fruity than Colorado Core.
You know, I would say yes. I would say I actually love it. I would give this beer
Oh.
like a 9.5 out of 10. Like it's like super sweet. It's almost
It's strange that
if I had one complaint, I would say maybe it's too sweet.
No,
it's like
that's-
you. It's
Is
like
it
you
so
and beer.
sweet? It's sour.
Well, it's a little sour and sweet. It's sweet and sour. It's great.
Isn't it
I like that you
sour?
let up though. I like that you slow played into absolutely loving it. You're like, if I had to say, it's the greatest thing I've ever had in my entire life.
How is being partnered with a beer company? Because it seems pretty great from the
Yeah,
outside.
it's
I
actually
definitely yeah,
pretty
it's
amazing.
actually really, really great. They just deliver us all kinds of beers. It's really fantastic.
just go to work and there's beer. There.
Like actually good beer, not shitty Coors Light. Actually good beer.
yeah,
full-on
who would
state
drink
of
that
selection.
watered down garbage?
There's a time and a place. There's a time and a place for it.
I'm bringing the tough questions to you now, though, Christian. So now you're on the hot seat, and you have to remember that
boy.
the Nuggets fans watching you. So this is going to get really, really hot. But Zion or Jokic? First off, which one is more fun to watch?
Again, this is like asking me Denver or New Orleans. I love them both.
Yeah, but we're asking you
Dude,
to
my
pick
I'm
favorite.
one.
gonna kick you out of this show if you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dev's in the comments. We can get it
I
back.
don't know.
No, everything's different. It doesn't-
You know what? I'm gonna put that. Let me get him.
Yeah. What do you
Um,
like better, Denver or other Denver?
Right now, I probably enjoy watching Zion more, but that's just because of the novelty of it. Like I just started watching
That's
him. Like
fair.
I watch Jokic for 3 seasons every game,
Yeah.
but I love watching Jokic. Like they're both in my probably like top 3 of just I enjoy watching them.
I think Zion is maybe the most fun player to watch in the NBA right now. And you're right about the novelty. Like, we'll see what happens maybe a little bit down the road. But right now, like you said, it was 19 games. It felt like 50 because the highlights were just – there were so
Yeah.
many that it was like crazy.
Yeah. I think the list is Zion 1, Michael Porter Jr. 2. And I obviously Porter isn't 2, but for this, like it's the same reason. You don't know what either of them are going to do anytime they get out on the court. You know, like
Yeah.
it's so unpredictable. They have such a little sample size. You just don't know what you're getting.
I love this question because it's hilarious to me that both of these guys are good at the same sport.
They shared 0 traits.
And if they played together, they'd win like 5 championships.
5.
It would honestly be the coolest partnering ever. I mean, I don't know. Bol Jokic, if it ever worked out, would also be pretty dope. but a Zion Jokic one would be incredible. All right, what about building a team around? Forget contracts for a moment because I know that always muddies it. But if you had a player for the next 10 years, which one would you take?
Probably Jokic, just because
Yeah.
of I don't know. I got to see about the durability with Zion. I mean, there's just never been a guy with that build before. I mean, the Pelicans are like taking a ton of steps to like make his body withstand the grind of an 82 game season. But like, I just know Jokic is going to give you 75 games every year.
Right.
Yeah, it's the right answer.
Do you think if you said like
Thanks.
what is the
It
bigger risk? Zion's health or Jokic's conditioning?
Ooh. Or Adam's internet, which is the least
Did it freeze?
impressive.
No, you're
Probably Harrison's internet. Oh man, probably Zion's health.
Yeah, man. I think that's an easy one.
Okay. Well,
Because one of them is not a real issue.
I mean, he like had a serious knee injury before he'd even played an NBA game. So I don't know.
all right, let's move it on over then. Because me and Christian text, a fair amount. I know that you've really
Weird flex.
one of the. I don't know if you guys heard this, but text him from time to time. One of the things I know is that Brandon Ingram, you were didn't really have a strong take about him, and now you seem to really liked him. What is it about his game that sort of changed your mind this year, or at least got you fired up about his potential?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is like he completely changed his shot profile, which is you just like don't really see that from a guy like year 3 to year 4. I mean, he's taking like 2 threes a game when he's in LA. He took like 6.5, making them at a high rate. I think too, like just being around him, he is impressive as a guy. I think he's a really hard work. I think like the only things he cares about is basketball. I think that's like first, second, and third to him. Even during like tough moments, I think he's really supportive of teammates. He's just like a guy I would want to have on my team.
What do you have?
I feel like in another universe, Brandon Ingram was going to be on the Nuggets. He seems like a Nugget. Hardworking, super quiet, low key, plays hard, loves basketball, lives in the gym.
Super low key, man. I think he loves New Orleans. Like he is. I think he's very happy going from LA to here.
Well, maybe he will be a Nugget. Maybe he will be part of the Murray Harris Drew Ingram trade that's going to happen this summer. I mean, it's at least a possibility. All right. So what about? I guess you haven't gotten to see a lot of Michael Porter. Nobody has. But what if the little bit you would see? I guess I put you on the spot again. Would you rather have Michael Porter Jr. or Brandon Ingram to build around?
Oh. I was kind of a Michael Porter fiend this year. Like whenever I had an off night and I knew Porter was playing, I was like, I gotta watch that.
Everyone was except for Michael Malone.
Yeah, we were all trying to. Everyone was trying to.
Oh man, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the odds that Porter ever has as good of an offensive season as the one Ingram just had, like, I guess they're okay, but not great. I mean, what Ingram did was like really impressive. Like, I don't know if Michael Porter Jr. ever makes an All-Star game. I think he's a stud, but I would probably say Ingram right now.
Ingram, 24 points last year, 46% from the field, 39% from three.
39% from three? Holy crap.
And Christian, what can you tell us about, just like anecdotally, how conducive that was to winning basketball? This was a team that didn't win a lot, but that's not necessarily his fault. You just mentioned he changed his shot profile. So did you like what you saw from him as a 5-man team player?
Yeah, like going into the season, I thought like, the Pelicans are not going to be a good 3-point shooting team. I don't even think the Pelicans thought they were going to be a good 3-point shooting team. And they were, I think, like 5th in attempts and 5th in 3-point percentage or something like that. So, I think a lot of that was Ingram just nailing threes, and Lonzo Ball was a part of that too. I will say, I don't think Ingram was quite as good as like the numbers suggest if you're just like reading off the stat sheet. I think he has a long way to go on defense. The other thing too that I think was frustrated the Pelicans at times, he can get like a little ball stoppy. Like the Pelicans want to just keep the ball moving, like ping it side to side, and like sometimes the ball sticks a little bit. And like I think he can pass. Like I think you could maybe work with him to like beat that out of his game a little bit more. But like there are still some times when I'm like, man, just keep it moving right there.
It seems like his instincts are still to take a tough contested shot at times.
He doesn't. He also doesn't seem like he has much killer instinct. Do you get that from him? That was always my complaint of Anthony Davis.
You know what? We've had enough of D-line.
No killer instinct was that.
Is he not enough of an alpha? Would you say? Is that
It's true. Listen, he's just such a quiet guy. Like he's just. I guess he could be the silent assassin. But
boot him again.
I didn't know you were an alpha beta guy. Which one am I?
See, Charlie.
We've been watching too much 2009 basketball lately. It's getting D-line's head.
You know what's funny?
We're big on grinders.
We can pull on that for a bit because we just watched game 1 of the. We just tortured ourselves by watching maybe the most painful game in Nuggets history. We just watched it yesterday, but that era, it does make a little bit more sense to talk about alphas because there is the all right, give it to this guy, and he needs to shoot it over 4 guys because Kenyon Martin can't make anything.
Because you're playing with Anthony Carter and Dante Jones.
Somebody's downright hilarious.
So wait, clearly I'm missing it. So this is something you guys joke about, the idea of having a killer instinct on the court.
I mean, as Jokic people, it's a little like
I think it's just that the way it's used or whatever. Like these people, like
but that's always been his.
That's
been his shortcoming.
What's that? Eric, are you cutting out
But
on
that's
us?
probably Jokic's
He
shortcoming.
did. He
It's just
cursed
that
himself. Look what happened with Eric. He cursed himself by making fun of my internet. Now where is he? He's in purgatory.
Wait, hold on. I feel like I watched a cut up from you guys today, DNVR on social media, of all of Jokic's game winners in like the last 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what Eric's talking about.
Yeah.
He's removed him permanently.
Disregard everything he's said.
Replace him with a
2
fan.
minutes.
Yeah, just disregard him. D-line is canceled. Put that
D-line.
comment up on the.
Are the Pelicans going to max Ingram this summer?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, man.
What's their dream? What's their dream edition?
I mean,
What's
they
your
have Zion and Ingram, and they have balls like I guess like the third building block, and it's just like figure out how to build around that.
Let's go to that though. So the last sort of comparison you would look at there is Jamal Murray and Lonzo Ball, two rivals. I don't even know if they're rivals anymore. Of course, Murray just got the max contract. But if we just threw that out, I mean, what is your take on Lonzo at the moment and being around him for a year now? What do you think?
Lonzo had a really interesting season. Like I love Lonzo coming out of the draft. I was always a fan of his. I was like about to give up on him, as Adam knows, probably like a third of the way through the season. I mean, when a guy gets into his third year and he's like not showing anything, I think it's fair to like kind of ask at that point, like, all right, I kind of got to see something now. And he was terrible. Like he was really bad at the beginning of the year. I think part of that was like, he'll say that he physically didn't feel right. Whether he just got some confidence, whether he started feeling physically better, his ankle or whatever, he really turned it around like halfway through the season. Even before Zion came back, he started playing a lot better. And I mean, he got benched there for a while. Like he was coming off the bench. Drew Holiday was forced to play point guard. And he regained that spot. And I think he clearly showed when Zion comes back, like, yeah, this is a guy, worth keeping around for a long term.
What do the guys think of him? I mean, do you get a sense for, is he a guy? Because a lot of people have said when he's on the court, he makes things easy for his teammates. Do other guys sort of share that sentiment? Do you hear that from other players?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Like, what other guy in the league? Maybe Jokic can throw that 3/4 alley-oop to Zion. Like, those are probably the only two guys in the league. Like, he just makes passes, especially in transition, that like nobody else can make. And he's like one of the best transition passers I've ever seen.
Follow-up question: how's LeVar?
He's not around, man. Like Lonzo is kind of just
to
like
New Orleans, man.
Is that a Lonzo thing, Christian? Did Lonzo push him out?
I mean, Lonzo has definitely been like, I'm gonna be my own guy. I mean, he wears Kobe's on the court. He doesn't wear big baller shoes.
Lonzo got to a space where he just does not need LeVar at all. Like
that space was when he got drafted. Like he didn't ever need LeVar.
I'm still the biggest Lonzo believer. I'm telling you right now, the guy is going to be incredible.
Well, it's funny, man. It's funny. I was thinking about this today. Like, I'm a big Lonzo guy as well from the draft. Would you rather have Lonzo or Jamal Murray in Denver? And I think it's a much closer argument than I thought. Before I thought about this topic.
I mean, I didn't see Lonzo becoming a better 3-point shooter than Jamal Murray this year.
Yeah. Well,
how crazy
that's a big reason for the argument, yeah.
How crazy is this? I mean, you just wouldn't think. First of all, I think Jamal Murray
is the shooting coach in New Orleans? Who is the shooting coach in New Orleans? You got Lonzo and Brandon Ingram.
So the guy they give the credit to is Fred Vinson. Fred Vinson is a guy who works closely with them. Apparently a freaking miracle worker with what Ingram and Lonzo did this year. Like, I wonder what I could shoot in the NBA working a season with Fred Vinson.
Probably not very.
Probably poor. Very poor.
I was
going to say like 30. I was going to say like 29 or 30. But
okay. So now I got to ask you.
I have a question. If I may. Christian, how is your spike ball game these days?
Adam, are you okay, man? I like punted you into the sun in a game of spike ball this summer.
You did?
You don't remember?
Adam has no memory. Adam doesn't
remember this at all.
So he came up with explainers.
So here's what happens is Adam, we all went to hang out at the park, as you can do in Denver. It's a very athletically based city.
Because back in the day, you could.
Back in the day,
That's how winners think.
Yeah, we all went and we hung out at Cheeseman Park.
That's a real alpha mentality, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a killer instinct.
And then the spike ball court came out, the spike ball game, and then Adam started talking so much smack to both me and Christian about how he was going to destroy us. We didn't stand a chance, and we beat the pants off of him. We
Well,
beat
Adam,
the
had
absolute
two,
pants
Adam
off.
was 2 beers deep. All right, we got to give him a pass. All right.
2 beers deep is a lot for me, so that's a
And washed.
legitimate excuse you just handed me. So thank you.
Does that not improve your game? 2 beers deep.
Apparently, it's not a PED for Adam.
But you know how like in beer pong, if you're a couple beers deep, you suddenly
Yeah, but
I know how in beer pong you think you are better.
it changes when you turn 30. When you turn 30, each beer just makes you worse again.
Do you guys remember JJ Redick was like around Duke was known for being just like unbeatable in beer pong?
JJ Redick
course he
is
is.
so
Of course.
freaking annoying, man.
God, he has a tough hang, and I've never met him.
God.
Hey,
Wow.
someone wrote Jokic would crush at spike ball, and yes, that's a great take. Jokic, there's like 3 sports in the world he would be like number 1 in if he picked it up tomorrow. Spike ball's one of them. I feel
Water
like
polo.
There's a lot of sports I think he would be.
Water polo.
he might be the world darts champion in like a heartbeat. That
It's
dude,
kind of funny that it's actually kind of tragic that he's really wants to be good at the thing that you need to be like 4'11" for horse racing. It's like the one thing you can never be great at.
he just has to settle for 8th best basketball player
know.
alive. Like
I say,
begrudgingly.
I've always said this. Like Jokic is imprisoned by his basketball talent. It's like the last thing on earth he wants to do.
He could be like the most interesting man in the world and just super talented at literally everything, but he's just tied down by the NBA.
Just got to go
He's
play
like,
basketball.
Any video of him in the buggy, I have to watch. I have to watch any video of him in the buggy that crosses my timeline. It's too good.
He gets increasingly too big for the buggy as life goes on, and it's just my favorite ratio.
We have to move on to the next segment because we got my guy Peter who's waiting in the wings. We got Chill Ducey also waiting in the wings. We're going to bring them on in a second, but I can't let you off the hot seat. Full squad. Who has a more promising rebuild? And I know the Nuggets are ahead of the rebuild, but if you just rewind, who's more promising, the Nuggets or the Pelicans?
Probably Pelicans. Just because, I mean, they already have like 2 young all-stars who are going to be here for like the next 5, 6, 7 years. They also have a really interesting piece in Drew Holiday. I mean, they got Ball. I would say the Pels probably.
Yeah. What do you think, Harrison?
I'd say the Nuggets just because I've still got a lot of questions about Zion's long-term health. So I'd probably give the Nuggets an edge there. But if we're not talking health, I think the Pelicans have a decent argument. I'd say Nuggets, though.
What about you, Vote?
I mean, I think, the Ingram MPJ thing is like Ingram's a much better player right now, will be for years to come. But I think MPJ has a higher ceiling. And like what he would take Denver to, in my opinion, is the finals if he reaches that. So with Jokic being the higher floor superstar, I like Denver.
The other thing, how much the Pels still have a ton of draft capital, right?
Yeah, Namaja
they're
just
not
said
even-
that.
Did you just read that? Did you just read that comment?
Great comment, Eric. Where'd you see
Shoot
that?
him again. Let's just bully Eric.
You know what, Eric? Jeez, I can't believe this, man.
We don't need you till we draw.
They do. The Pelicans do have ammunition.
All right, guys, we got to bring on. All right, Eric, you can come back in. This is. I hope I don't have to kick you out again. This is really getting out of hand.
You
We
never
got
had
to bring in
to.
my main guy, Peter. Peter, you're on. the show.
Peter's back. He's
Hopefully you
free.
last a little bit longer than you did last
What's
time.
up?
What's
Yeah,
up?
maybe.
Have you just been waiting there the whole time?
The whole time.
For like
Yeah, it's been a
48 hours?
long week, 4 days. I don't know how long it's actually been, but
He's been waiting in the queue for 4 days.
I got like MPJ minutes last time, so I could get some TC minutes this time.
Who's the Michael Malone here?
That's so good. That's Adam. That's
Just
Adam.
like dive on the floor for a loose ball or something.
All
Should've
right,
asked
so
that,
Peter, I'll
Peter.
ask you the exact same question: Pelicans or Nuggets? Who has a more promising sort of foundation in place?
Oh man, I think.
Don't forget about the draft capital.
How could I? How could I? I really want to say the Nuggets, but the problem is I'm a Nuggets fan, so it's
all
probably
right.
the Pelicans.
Oh, you're one of those. That's how I am too. I'm like, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen because I want it to.
Yeah, like
I
if
don't
I
think
like it,
it's
it must
far
not
off.
be good.
But they just seem to have the type of players that win championships, but maybe Jokic will be that type of player someday.
Yeah.
Can I
Jokic
strong?
is that type of player.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
knows
just
about Jamal
asking.
Murray?
Can I strong counter with the Nuggets or the Pelicans lose a lot of games and the Nuggets win a lot of games?
That's a great point.
Strong
That's a,
counter.
that's
One
an
team's
un-
considerably
tough
better
underrated
already
point.
right now.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, that's really good. All right, we're going to try something out here. How many do we have on? 6? Let me see if I can screen share if it tells me I cannot. I'm not sure what I could do. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. I'm going to screen share something here. You guys see what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have to ask this question because B-Ball Breakdown today put this out on Twitter, and he says this is a legal move in the NBA.
I hate it here.
Gather step and then a simple 1-2. I actually like this move as a cousin to the crab dribble. What?
Can you tag me in?
He's lost for words.
What does happen, Mike?
Just try it.
That's a no for me.
Try it once in a game and see what the referees think. I'm thinking they don't care
are you
about
James
the-
Harden in this scenario?
Yeah,
Good point, Peter.
James Harden would definitely be the guy to try this one and then like argue and contest it, and maybe like the Rockets as an organization would file a protest.
I'm saying if PJ Dozier busts that thing out, they're calling 3 travels.
He might get teed up, man.
I know my least favorite criticism of the NBA is when people get mad that they don't call traveling enough. But I feel like I want to see more traveling called if this is what's passing for okay these days.
Yeah.
This is what
feels like
happens when
crossing the
everybody's
Rubicon.
talking and thinking about basketball all the time. They're like, what rule could we completely exploit? And this like half-step gathered jump thing apparently falls within that.
I gotta say, it's not a travel. It's not a travel.
I knew this take was coming.
You know what? Spoilers, Harrison. He's out of here. Okay, let's go to this next one here. Paul Millsap has a new workout. What would we
This is wildly uncomfortable to watch.
Is he not just hitting himself in the nuts?
I would say though, even if this is beneficial,
What's he lifting that with?
Exactly. His legs. But
Okay,
I would say that
it's a small image.
particular workout?
this is. I would say that regardless, this is like not great social media content. Even if this is a.
I don't think Paul has his thumb on that pulse. I'm going to be honest.
I think you're right about that, Brendan.
Can we get another TikTok of you in a beanie indoors doing a magic trick?
Hey, we got greetings from Austria. Good day, mate.
Good day. Good accent, Adam. You nailed
You're
that.
such an idiot, Adam. You're such an idiot.
We added this one. I'm not sure why. George Carl. He says that these are his 2 favorite logos. First
Peter,
of all,
you pick. You have to get it right or you're out.
Oh man, this is tough. I actually live like 5 blocks from Key Arena, so
that's
it's the
right.
Nuggets.
I know
though.
that.
It's the Nuggets. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I'm not going to give my take, but you can read it here. It's the second one down.
Wait, that's your Twitter account? Oh my god!
I had to mute that guy a week ago.
Yeah. No, the Sonics one is great, but I mean, it's like 1 and 2. I think literally, but Nuggets is 1.
Those green and yellow colors are like the most black colors ever, but they're so good together just for some reason.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
look
hate
good
crime.
on the
very
court.
vintage is why I think.
Yeah,
Green and gold forever, baby.
but it's like the weirdest shades of green and goldish yellow.
It's like emerald, dude. Those are
Yeah.
classic colors. This is the man number one. Just apparently really likes skylines. These are just 2 skylines.
Hang on.
Really likes teams that employed him.
I got to derail this because it appears that someone is stuck somewhere once the border is closed. No games. I am so bored. Please help. Where are you stuck? Can you please
I
elaborate
think
on
he's
that?
stuck in Serbia, according to his name. Maybe
I
not.
got stuck here once the border. That's awesome.
Let's take a look at our good buddy Steve Hess. And my
The
God,
legend.
Jesus. That's what I used to look like in LA
Before the
Dude,
quarantine.
before the quarantine.
This is right after his 4th weightlifting session of the day.
Oh my god!
Doesn't it look like his body is rejecting his veins? Like it's trying
Yeah.
to just like move them out.
I think it was Adam who messaged me, but is that healthy?
Look at our guy. Absolute unit. That's an absolute
God.
unit right there.
Look, he has a vein going across his shin.
Horizontal.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, that's
Steve Hess has like
unbelievable.
5 times as many veins as I have.
Steve Hess is the candidate for the Mount Rushmore of short men. He's a great short man.
He's
No,
a
that's true.
freaking legend. Oh my
We
God.
stand a tiny king.
Our own Harrison Wynn today reported that I guess this was yesterday. Arturas Karnisovas, in his press conference, used the phrase "no skipping steps."
Love it.
Peter, this was a Denver Nuggets, rally call.
Yeah.
Do we approve of him taking this to Chicago?
No.
I didn't ask you.
I think he's got to cut the check. I think there's got to be some royalties for saying that.
True.
I don't think they should skip steps. They've tried that a lot and have been very bad for a while now. So it's a good take, but he's got to pay the piper on that one.
Yeah,
Are we at all
come on.
surprised that everyone's talking about the Chicago job as if it's one of the best jobs? They're like, well, he's in
It's
Chicago.
a great job. It's a great job. They're going to give you so much money, and if you win in Chicago, it's awesome. And the bar right now is very, very low.
Yeah,
They just ran with a horrendous front office for like a decade.
They got some talent too.
Yeah.
Got some talent.
Yeah, and you're in the East, so that's always nice.
It's not like you're walking into the Knicks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we were all way too much in agreement. I guess it's time to bring on.
How was a disagreement and you booted me out?
Well, that's what you get for disagreeing. All right, we are going to now play a game. I'm going to bring on another. I can only bring on 5 people, so I guess
Kick Eric out. Kick Eric out.
Yeah,
Eric, you're going to have to sit out before I bring on. Chill, Lucy.
Hey,
Yo,
What's happening?
what up, guys?
what's up?
Hey.
First time in the chat.
Yeah,
You know that.
You know that. That's-
y'all are great.
So are you coming in from Austin, Texas? Is that right? This is.
I am. Yeah, it was pretty chilly today. 63 degrees.
Oh, that must be terrible.
Chili Doocy, if you will.
I won't
People-
actually.
Nobody laughed. You're all kicked out for that. No problem. All right, we're going to play a new game today called Price is Right. Eric's going to observe in purgatory at the moment. It's great because only I can see Eric. Nobody else can see him, but I can see him down there just like stewing. Oh, double middle fingers. We're going to play Price is Right. And for some of you youngins, you might not know how this goes, but I'm going to bring up this item that I found on the internet, and we are going to go in order guessing how much it is retailing for right now on eBay. If you go over even a penny, though, you're eliminated. So low, you can't go over. First item up, in honor of Christian Clark, it is Pierre the Pelican soap dispenser.
Christian actually has a bid in on this right now.
Soap
I hope it didn't go
dispenser.
right.
Who the hell buys that?
Nobody apparently. Take a good look at it. All right, Brendan, you're up first. Brendan, what would you guess?
$14.99 after fees and all that.
$14.99 after fees. All right, $14.99 is your guess. Christian, you're up. You should know this one very well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the resident expert on Purity Pelican soap dispensers. I don't know, $12.
So 12 even. All right, not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. Who is up? Who's the next person in line here? Chill Doocy.
You guys seem like you went a little low to me. I'm gonna go $22.
Yeah, it's probably upcharged because it's
It looks personalized.
yeah,
Personalized.
real Pelicans merch.
Harrison, your bid.
I'm gonna go $30.99.
Wow, I feel like you googled
$30.99
this.
on there. $30.99. All right, Peter, you get to You get to be the last one here.
I'll go $16.99.
One of you is about to go home. One of you is done with today's chat. The actual value is $34.99.
Wow.
$34.99.
Who went below me?
Wind was the closest. Unfortunately, Christian was the worst off. We can't kick Christian off, though.
Yes.
He's our guest.
The
Our
rules
next
are the
person to
rules.
get off is going to be Vote. Vote, you are out of here. We can bring back on. That was pretty good. Eric, you're back in the chat.
Oh God.
It out for this one, though. Vote was the closest. And then Peter, I'm sorry, Peter. You're just not great at this. Second to last.
No, I gotta keep up the brand, you know.
See you in hell, Peter.
The
Jordan-
price is hiked up.
Jordan is in here. Jordan, you understand the rules?
Sure.
Let's skip this one.
Ooh.
Oh, let's skip this one. A Greg Popovich Chinese playing card. This is an incredible. Look at this. This is a real thing. Apparently, it was in China or something.
So is it signed by him?
It is autographed by Greg Popovich.
No, it's autographed by Gandalf, Eric.
It was a joke, Harrison.
All right, Eric, you have to make the first guess.
This looks like a $8.99.
$8.99 is our first bid. Next up, I'm just trying to go in order here. Christian.
I don't know. I feel like people would want this. It's freaking sweet. I don't know. I'll say $49.99.
Wow, 40. Would you pay $49.99?
Big chasm. Big
The
chasm.
Greg Popovich autograph, man, drives the price up.
Harrison, what would you guess for this autographed Gandalf?
I'll go with. I think Christian's more in the ballpark than Eric. I'm gonna go $40.
40 even. All right, Childucey.
I'm gonna go $60.
Wow, he's feeling it. 60 even. Jordan.
Greatest coach of all time.
Yeah.
$24.
24 even. Wow.
This could be like a one-of-one thing. I don't know.
The actual going price for this item on eBay, $149.99.
Wow.
$149.99.
Wow.
That means wow.
Give me that dub.
I really hope nobody
Eric
buys
is
it.
out and Jordan is out. We need a new competitor. So we're bringing on David East.
Dave.
Hello.
I
What's
can't,
up?
believe how many L's Eric is taking today. He's been on for 6 minutes before getting kicked out. Dave, you are wearing the best shirt in this chat.
No, I just got it in the mail yesterday. It's the first time I'm christening it at this moment.
How would you describe the softness?
It's like the Cottonelle I used to get before the pandemic.
Oh, geez. Downer. You're gonna go first because of that. This next item.
Oh my god.
An Adam Morrison, not just an Adam Morrison autographed shirt, but also has his face somehow just on the jersey itself. A really rare item here. David, what would you guess this retails for?
Oh, really? I gotta go first? I'm that guy on The Price is Right. I'm gonna go $40. I don't know why that sounds
Even for a
dumb.
jersey? Did you see the detail on his face?
This is
That was
either
like
you get this because it's ironically awesome to have it, or like someone's just like, please take this from me.
So you guys, who's been to Summer League? One of the cool things about Summer League is everybody wears the most obscure jersey. I feel like this is the Kingpin Summer League jersey. If you're rocking an Adam Morrison emblazoned shirt, you win Summer League.
All right, I'm okay. I regret my pick already.
Christian, what would you guess this item is going for?
Oh, let me go last, Adam. I don't know, man. I feel like there might be like the Adam Morrison cult out there who are driving the price up on this. I'll say a cool $69.99.
Price in the alley.
Nice guess. Harrison, what are we going?
So is that his actual autograph, or is that like one of those fake autographs?
It looks to me like it is part of the thing that they ironed onto the jersey.
Yeah.
Probably not real.
Yeah. I'm gonna go $59.99.
Wow, so you can only be accurate if you have a $10 sort of wiggle room here.
That's how confident I am. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Peter. We lose Peter?
Peter, coming once, going twice.
Hey,
Peter,
sorry.
Eric.
Give me $79.99 for that.
Wow,
beautiful
a lot of
jersey.
confidence in the market there. Chill Ducey,
Gonna lose again.
did you say $79.99, Peter?
Yeah.
Chill Ducey?
My little brother went to Gonzaga. I know how they feel about Adam Morrison. That's a $120 jersey.
Whoa! Wow.
Respect.
You guys are not going to believe this. The price for this was $79.99. Peter wins.
Oh,
Wow.
Perfect guest.
Do I get the jersey or
He
no?
gets all the prizes.
It makes me think maybe he Googled
At
this
least
while
I know
we
what
were
I would pay for it.
Both
I did not. I
showcases.
would never do that. My brand is losing.
All right, well, we're going to wrap up today's show. Christian, now we wrap up every show by playing this game called The Steps. You get to be his helper. So if you happen to know this, you can help him out. You get the first 5 right, Peter. You get, look at a Vanilla Porter Jr. You should get an automatic point if you're drinking a Breck Brew while you play The Steps. That should be like an automatic. All right, so you get the first 5 right, you win a sticker pack. You get the next 5 right, you get a free T-shirt. You can risk it all to try to get another 5 right, and you can win a lifetime subscription to DNVR. Are you ready?
Adam, you want to bring Vote back on the show?
Jeez, there's
I
an
know,
unbelievable.
I know.
I'm literally on the podcast.
Vote and I were communicating in the Periscope because we were banned from the show. Peter's been on the show twice as long as I have been.
I'm glad I looked at the private chat, or else
I don't
would
work
not
here.
have seen that.
Yeah, Peter paid his dues though. Peter paid his
It's
dues.
so hard to operate this board while also hosting the show. It's very difficult.
I almost left.
Question number one, Peter. What number did Carmelo Anthony wear when he played for the Denver Nuggets?
6.
Wait, can I help him?
If he needs it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We've
no,
never had it. He guessed the number perfectly right, and yet he's going to miss the first question on the stat.
I said 15.
All right, 15 is correct. Hey, hands up here. I don't want to see any Googling. There's no Googling here. This is my
Yeah,
Google
first
free.
question correct.
Google free. First
Did you
question
even put
correct.
Did you even put the graphic up
Mental
for the
Google.
game? The steps?
Dude, there's so much to think about.
That's a nice graphic.
There it is. Nice
It is a
graphic.
nice
Eric.
graphic.
Good job.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you very much.
just production value.
Question number 2. Which current Denver Nuggets player hails from Canada?
Jamal Murray.
That is correct. These do get harder, so you're gonna yeah, give him a little golf clap. Who did the Denver Nuggets beat in the first round of the 2019 playoffs?
The Spurs.
That is correct.
Oh man, Peter's cruising through.
Easy.
Where did Chauncey Billups attend college?
CU.
Very good. And last
University of
one,
Colorado.
Peter.
this is a sticker pack. What was Nene's last name?
Hilario.
Let's
He got
go!
it. He got it. All right, everybody.
Flying.
I would have guessed
Flying.
Nate.
We are on step 1. All right, so here's how it works, Peter. You can receive a free sticker pack. We will mail it to you,
Yeah, right
or you can gamble and say, you know what? I want to risk it all. Try to get a free shirt.
I have so many T-shirts, including DNVR shirts already, but I have to risk it all.
Yeah,
That's-
this is, yeah, you don't really have a choice.
It's a sticker pack. I'm really excited for it. All right, very
Yeah.
good choice. Number 6. These do get very hard, though. I'm afraid.
Mm.
What 5 teams are in the Northwest Division?
The Nuggets, the Jazz, the Blazers, the T-Wolves, and the Thunder.
Very good. Very good. Moving on again. I think this next one's going to trip you up. Let's see here. Bol is the son of which former NBA player?
Manute Bol?
Got it.
Yeah, that should have been on
He
step.
gave you that look like, huh?
Number
I thought it was
8.
a trick question.
Where did Torrey Craig attend college?
Oh, it's tough, man.
Nobody's made it past 8. This would be a new DNBA show record.
This is one you only know if you're like actually covering the team.
Do you know, Christian? Can you help him?
Solar Rays is really rooting you on in the
Can I
chat.
say-
Yeah, can I call a friend?
South Carolina
can do
Upstate.
Call
Yeah.
me.
That's it.
He
South
called it.
Carolina Upstate.
Oh man, Nemanja, you're gonna get kicked out of the group chat. You're
That's
gonna get
right.
kicked out. I think I can ban
Yeah,
Nemanja.
he got it in
Oh.
before the
Got it in.
I'm
We got it
That
in.
is correct. That is correct. All right, Peter, number 9. There are
Yeah.
only 2 teams in the NBA who do not have a G League. A reminder, guys in the chat, you cannot help them out with this. You will get
Trailblazers is the other team.
The 2 teams that do not have a G League team are
The Blazers and the Nuggets.
correct. All right.
Peter's cruising
Wow. The first person to get a shirt. This would be great.
through. Shirt question.
Nikola Jokic made his NBA debut on October 28th, 2015. That was opening night. Who was the Denver Nuggets opponent?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or a T-shirt.
The Pelicans?
The Pelicans. I'm sorry, Peter. you
Out of here.
No fruit for you. It was the
Unbelievable.
rocket
That was a
Right
nice fake
there.
out. Adam,
right
I like
to the
that.
doorstep.
Yeah,
He
build
cruises
attention.
too.
The steps are brutal, guys. It's a very, very difficult game. The Houston Rockets. Now, I remember this game actually pretty clearly. Do you guys remember, Christian and Harrison? Do you guys remember this game?
No, this was before I started covering the team.
So we had a Denver Stiffs. We had a Stiffs night out at Jake's, and I remember all eyes were on Moutier, who had a near triple double that night. I think it was like 18 points, 9 assists, 10 turnovers. And the 10 turnovers, everybody universally like, he'll never do that again. That's not the real Moutier. Turns out that was the real Moutier. So, Christian, any last words before we let you get out of here?
No, thanks for having me. This was fun.
No, nothing.
Come down to New Orleans when the Nuggies play here next year. It's
Dude,
pretty
of
fun,
course,
man.
Of course.
I think I'm banned from Bourbon Street, actually.
Adam is for sure.
I actually literally am banned from Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
So
Adam's like the only white guy who got in trouble in New Orleans.
it was crazy. All right,
Probably
thanks
not.
so much, everybody, for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. We're going to be back again tomorrow. We'll let you know what time on Twitter. We'll see everybody then.
Thanks for hanging.